My name is Victoria Nyakundi and I'm a co-founder at the Kijiji. The Kijiji is an entrepreneur support organization that focuses on supporting early stage entrepreneurs through programs. Today we're going to be talking about business modeling, what it is exactly and why it's so key, and why it's a really good tool for you to use, especially as you're starting out. A business model describes the rationalization of how your business does three key things: how it creates value, how it delivers value, and how it captures value. So when you're talking about how your business creates value, it's essentially the solution that you have that you're giving to your customers that need it or want it. When we're talking about how your business delivers value, we're talking with regards to the channels that you use to deliver your solution to your customers. When we're talking about how your business captures value, then here we are referring to the money aspect of things. So how the business generates revenue. A business model basically allows you to put down the assumptions that you have about your business and allows you to test it as you start off. And I think a couple of years back, I don't know if you guys remember, there was this thing about quail eggs. Literally overnight, quail eggs became like the in business to do at the time. And, it was disastrous for many. And I think if people had taken the time to really research the business, things would have gone a different way. But nonetheless, it's lessons learned. One important factor is the problem. And when you're thinking about the problem, you need to consider two key things. So one is if the problem is painful enough for people to want to pay for a solution to that problem. And the second thing is if there's a large enough number of people who are pained enough by this problem to want to pay for it. The second thing that you need to consider is the solution. And of course, this ties into the problem. So it's about the problem-solution fit. So does your solution really answer to the pain points of the problem? The third thing to consider is with regards to your customer. Without customers, you do not have a business. It's important to be clear about who exactly it is that needs or wants your product or service. The next thing to consider is obviously about your competition. Competition within a market is a good thing, because what that tells you is that there is demand for what it is that you're selling. And in this case, you have two scenarios. So it's either a red ocean or a blue ocean. If you're thinking about a red ocean, here it means that there's so many competitors. It's cutthroat. And here you really need to think about what is it that will make you stand out of the crowd? What is your unique value proposition? What is it that will draw, customers away from your competitors towards you? When you're thinking about competition and you have a blue ocean, then that means you have little to no competition. Within the market, there's either nobody or very few people who are offering the same solution as you are. And that means that you need to take time to educate your customer about the product or service that you're offering and how it's helpful to them. And this will also cost you time and money. So another factor to consider is the delivery channels. Here it's basically about how your solution, whether it's a service or a product, how it reaches your target customer. And lastly, of course, it comes down to money matters. How are you generating revenue for your business? What are the costs that you're incurring? Is your business making profits or losses? Just to recap on what those are, you think about the problem, you're thinking about the solution, you're thinking about who your customers are, you're also thinking about who the competition is, you're thinking about how you're delivering your solution to your clients, and how the money is moving through your business. So what can you do with all this information? Here's how you can apply it. Let's take a look at a company such as OKHi. The problem that OKHi is tackling is the fact that a vast majority of Kenyans do not have physical addresses. And therefore, when trying to deliver goods or trying to find somebody, it's quite difficult because there's no physical address. What's the solution? They came up with a smart addressing system. When it came to identifying who their customers are, it became evident that the common wananchi was not going to pay for a physical address. Companies that deliver goods were bearing the brunt. When you look at competition, OK High was really in a blue ocean situation. The channels through which they were delivering their solution was by using a software platform where companies could verify addresses and navigate without getting lost. So how do they generate revenue? The fee per transaction is really small. So for it to make business sense, OK High came up with a tiered transaction model whereby they charge for a bundle. So for example, if a company needs 1 to 100 transactions in a month, there's a price for that. If another company needs 500 to 1,000 transactions per month, there's a price for that too. So there is how a business model can help you really tune in to the important aspects of your business. And it's important to know which type of business model applies to your business, as this really drives the decisions that you make for your business in terms of like strategy, where to spend the money, and these sorts of decisions. The first kind of business model is the customer relationship business model. Here, the focus is really on creating an intimate relationship with your customer. If you think about, hotel businesses, or you think about your mama mboga, or if you think about people who sell clothes in Gikomba, the focus is on finding your customers, acquiring them, and building a relationship with them. The second kind of business model is the product innovation business model. And here the focus is on creating, new products or new services and introducing them into the market. A really good example here in Kenya is Mobius, which is the first Kenyan manufactured car that's been made to suit our Kenyan roads. The third kind of business model is the infrastructure business model. And here it's really about operational excellence. So a high volume of repetitive tasks that are done with little to no mistakes. A really great example here is M-Pesa. So with M-Pesa, it's able to support, thousands and thousands and even millions of different money exchange transactions. And the focus there is really on operational excellence. Finally, I would like to say that entrepreneurship is an interesting journey. Many of us do not experience success on the first round. Some do, but most of us, really have to keep at it. So entrepreneurship really needs perseverance. I wish you all the best in your entrepreneurship journey.